What's good, YouTube, and welcome back to the channel. Christian here again with another video. You guys get a double video today, okay? That's a treat for you guys because there's a lot of changes going on in Sparking Zero right now. A lot of topics that are being brought up with all the game mode changes and all the gameplay changes. So as you know, characters in singles now have equal health, and bonuses to stats according to DP have been removed. So essentially, characters like Cell Jr. here have been buffed in bulk, but their stats still remain otherwise unchanged. So I went into singles to see how it would feel to play Cell Jr. with the buff stats. One of the best videos that I ever made was my Cell Jr. video called Z Ranks Hate When I Play Cell Jr. And ever since then, I just love to go to quick play with low DP characters to challenge myself. And low key, I love that people are scared to lose to these characters, okay? That's part of the fun of this game. So challenging myself with low DP characters is one of my favorite things to do in this game. But if we're gonna be real, the overall player base can't really do the same thing. Like I said before, the Sparking community, we live in a PvP competitive bubble, okay? I know we call each other trash and talk shit online, but bro, if we're gonna be honest, everybody on quick play is good as shit now, okay? With the way things were before the patch, unless you were like a Z rank sweat like me, you couldn't use 3DP characters to really get dubs like that. But now with these changes, the overall player base can really try some of these characters out and actually have some fun without sweating on the game so much. So overall, I think that's a good thing. And playing this character, I still felt slightly at a disadvantage because, like I said, his stats otherwise remained unchanged. Really, his bulk was the thing that got increased, but he still doesn't do that much damage, and he still takes a lot of damage. So it was still a nice challenge. Not as bad as before, of course, but still worth doing if you want to have some fun, okay, and challenge yourself. And funny enough, with these changes, Cell Jr. actually feels more lore accurate. I always said putting him in 3DP with Krillin was very disrespectful to a Cell Jr. since he's an android on the level of like Super Vegeta and Super Trunks. So now you can actually use a canon accurate Cell Jr. in singles, which is pretty cool. Now, do I think low DP characters will be meta in singles? Absolutely not, okay? IDP characters are still better, they still do more damage, just not as bad as before. The only difference is that we might see them start from base because they can access HP regen with certain transformations. So certain high DP characters will probably start from base and transform up. Characters with regen in general are going to be extremely dangerous, so watch out for Metal Cooler, Whis, and Super Boo, because now that everybody has equal health, accessing a regen is going to be extremely valuable, okay? And Whis specifically just has a bunch of defense and he has regen, so really Whis might dominate online modes now. But at the very least, characters in the 7 to 8 DP range got a buff, so we might see some of those characters break into high tier status at least. Not top tier, but high tier at least, okay? And I've seen people with a little bit of a doomer mentality when it comes to the game mode changes. But guys, you gotta wait and see, okay? These changes just came out. The metas have not been established yet, and you have to allow time to pass for players to establish new metas, okay? And even if it turns out that the character diversity suffers long term again, at least we have some new metas to chew on and establish over time. We have some time until the next DLC to kind of chew on this new meta and have some fun here, okay? We don't have to have a doomer mentality about every change, okay? At least we have something new to kind of experience in the game, some new quote-unquote content. Yes, it's the same game modes, but they change so much, they might as well be new game modes added to the game, okay? So I'll be testing out DP Battle next, probably today, and I'll probably come out with a video on that tomorrow. But as far as singles is concerned, I think this is a good change. And listen guys, if we've learned anything about this game, is that nothing is set in stone, okay? Things change constantly, and if we do decide as a community that we want unbalanced singles back for quick play at least, I'm sure we can ask for that in the future and get it for a future season, okay? But for now, I would be testing stuff out in quick play to prep for ranked. I would try out HP regen strats with transformations, check for androids because that might be the next wave coming up. Characters like Android 13, Topo, MUI Sign, Ultimate Gohan, Cooler, Also remember that arguably defense might be the most important stat now, so Corrupted Samasu for example, might be viable. So I guess what I'm saying is that while the changes are fresh, the character diversity might be at its high point. So go experiment and have fun with it. That's the point of having such a diverse cast in the first place. And watch out for tomorrow's video where I'll be touching on, the changes to DP battle, etc. Okay, so I'll see you there. Peace out.